What's good, man? How everybody doing? It's 9:51 where I'm at night, going on 10 o'clock. But for you all that do know that follow me on Twitter, um, I posted something about free will, and that's something with the church, man. Like you say one thing and it just splits the whole church up half and half. Like some people agree, the other people disagree. And the thing about the people that disagree with anything you say, that they wanna pull you down and discredit you as if you don't know what you're talking about. Like I could say something like Jesus is good, and 1,000 people might agree, yeah, Jesus is good. Then you got 100 people over here that say, well, Jesus really not good because he said it himself that nobody is good except the Father, and try to attack you over. See, there's people in the church, believe it or not, people in the church, they only study the word just so they can attack other ministers with it, just so they can try and discredit other ministers. But I ain't come to preach a sermon. Actually, technically, I did because I spoke on free will on Twitter, and some followers didn't get it. Many did get do understand what free will is, but I do want to put this message out there. So I'm just going to like briefly. I got my Bible just in case I gotta open up some scriptures, but I was gonna do it live, but I ain't have enough followers that was going to tune in. So record it. I'm gonna upload it for the people that asked about free will earlier. You guys be able to watch it, and if you're watching it, share it, cause it's a strong topic actually, and I just want to make this brief really, cause I know you guys do not like listening to sermons. I know that, especially for somebody that's not your pastor. And if what I'm saying, if it still doesn't click with you, take this message, show this video to your pastor, and tell him to explain it. And if it doesn't click with him, well, tell your pastor to come see me. We can link up. I don't like giving my phone number out, but I would totally give it out to the your man of God, and maybe we can find common ground. But free will. I said God gave us free will, so, and I think the status I posted was something like, God tells me to go and I go, he tells me to sit and I sit, he tells me to stay and I stay. And then I said that's free will. Then I came back and said, but even though God tells me to go, I do not have to go because it's my choice. Ha, man, and you got that's those some of those Christians that study the Bible just to chew you up, or some of them. It's actually some of them that just do not know. My people destroyed because of lack of knowledge. So if you don't know, go ask the elders. And I'm not an elder. Please don't. I'm young. I'm young in the Lord, but I study the Word daily. And if I'm wrong, and I'm giving you guys the wrong message, you guys can bring it to my attention. If I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong. If you want me to, I post 100 statuses a day and tell everybody I'm wrong, and I'm sorry for leading God's children in the wrong direction. But God gives us free will. He gives us free will because think about this: if we didn't have free will, we would be robots. So even though God tells me to go and I go, that's my choice. If God tells me to go and I decide to say, nah, no, I ain't going. I'm staying right here. I ain't going nowhere. That's my choice. I can do that because he gave me free will. If I didn't have free will, he'd tell me to go, I go. In that case, if we didn't have free will, Adam and Eve never would have sinned in the Garden of Eden. If God did not give us free will, because if we did not have free will, whatever he said would go. Now, but dude, let me state this early though. Do get this. After every disobedient act, there will be discipline. do get that. So even though it should be as if we are robots, but think about it. This is the reason why I wrote a book, y'all. It's called Imagine, a world that your feeble mind couldn't even imagine. And I got real deep in that book. And if your funds allow you, um, purchase the book. www.email90.com. That's the link right there. But um, yeah. So if God didn't give us free will, we would be all robots just worshiping Him. And if you try to understand, and I know His thoughts and our thoughts, and His ways and our ways are not the same, but you still gotta at least attempt to know Him, and try to put yourself inside His shoes. Now, if I was God and Lord and King over nations, I would not want robots to worship me. I would want you to worship me because of you love me, because that is something that you want to do. I hear my phone going off just because it's Twitter, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get back to y'all in a few. But if I was God, I would want you to worship me because that is what your heart desire is, not because I force you to. You see, if that's the case, He never should have made us in the first place. He should have just made zombies and robots to worship Him. But He didn't do that. He gave us free will, and I really can't. All right, I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I know how. He gave us free will because it was so close. Like God has choices, unlimited choices. He can do whatever it is He wants. If He wants to, He can make 6 billion robots to worship Him. And for all we know, we don't know if he has 6 billion robots or not. But if He wanted to, He could do that. But He didn't do it because He wanted us to choose. The same way I said, I tweeted that Jesus had the same choice. Jesus wasn't forced to give His life for us. He's Jesus. He's God, and you telling me that He has no choice, that He has no free will, that he had to come and sacrifice Himself? No. He could have said, no, I don't want to. He could have said, no, I don't want to. God, kill them all. He could have said that. And guess what God would have done? He would have killed us all. And He still would have loved Jesus. Now, that's something to think about right there. Jesus had free will. Jesus could have said no, but He didn't. He had choice. He had free will. Same thing like us. We have free will. God tells you to go, but you do not have to go. But like I said before, you disobey God, you will be disciplined. No sin will go unpunished. Disobeying God is a sin. Anything going against His will is a sin. Disobey God and you will be disciplined. Believe that. Understand that right there. But that is not the reason why. That's not the reason why I follow and obey my God. He tells me to go, and I go because I love God. Because I want to be closer to Him. I want to be in His hands. I want to be near Him every single day. I obey my God because I love Him. I obey Him out of love, not because he can kill me. Because I shouldn't even say that because I don't know where you guys fake that. Well, then again, I'm not afraid of hell. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of hell. I do not worship and serve my God because I'm afraid to be cast out in the fire. That does not scare me at all. I serve my God because He is worthy, He's holy, and He's righteous, and He deserves to be served. But I'm going off on another topic because now I want to tell you guys why I serve my God for. But I really still want to nail this whole free will thing. And matter of fact, 1 Corinthians 6:12 through 13. I just put down a couple scriptures. I'm not going to read them all because I know I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. Mind if I put my glasses on? For you guys that do not know, I am a gospel rapper. If you follow me on Twitter or like my music page on Facebook, listen to my music. 1 Corinthians 6:12-13. Everything is, can you hear me? Everything is permissible for me, but not everything is beneficial. Well, we ain't even gotta read no more of that. That explains it. That explains the whole free will. Even though everything is good, everything you can do whatever it is you want, but everything will not benefit you. Everything isn't good. Deuteronomy 30:19. Y'all can finish reading 1 Corinthians 6:12-13. Just to give you some insight of the whole free will thing for people who say that we do not have free will. I don't even know why would you even say that. That doesn't even make sense. Like, if we do not have free will, that means if we do not have free will, that means you cannot sin against God. Because you will be doing everything he says, man. I know somebody understands me out there. I know somebody hears me. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. This day I call heaven and earth as witness against you that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curse. Now choose life so that your children may live. Now choose life so that your children may live. Why would he say that if you did not have a choice? Man, Joshua 24:15. Y'all can look that up. Joshua 24:15. Proverbs 3:31. Proverbs 3:31. Do not envy a violent man or choose any of his ways. Sounds like another choice to me. And we're gonna end it up with James 4:17. It's my favorite one right here. So I don't really want to make this any longer than what it is already, man. I'm already at 12 minutes, and I know some of you out there, y'all probably just so dislike sermons, but I just really, people that do not know, I just really want you guys to understand about this whole free will. You have a choice. You have a choice to sin. You have a choice. Now, I don't really want to say good because then you can go attack the word good in the Bible. And we don't really want to get deep inside the whole Hebrew and Greek thing, being that I don't have too much time with you all. But you have a choice to choose. Even though, yeah, we all sin and fall short of God's glory, you have a choice to do right, to walk that righteous path. You got a choice. You can choose to, you can choose not to. What I say, James chapter 4, verse 17. Anyone then who knows the good he ought to do and does do it, sins. Anyone then who knows the good he ought to do and doesn't do it, sins. Sounds like another choice to me. God gives you free will. Not Aaron, let me take these glasses off. But God gives us free will. Now, it's your choice. You can choose to follow his will or you can choose not to. And anything that isn't following God's will, for anyone who knows what it is to do good and doesn't do it, sins. So you can choose to follow God's will. You can choose to follow your own. It's your choice. It is your choice, but do remember this. Now, me coming to you as a brother, I pray that you always want to walk the narrow path and follow God's will. But if you choose not to, to every disobedient act